Hey folks, John Pate here, South Florida Bass Guides, King of the Everglades Guide Service, and sponsored by Tuscarora Pro Lures. Today I'm playing around with the Charlie Frog, one of the most unique frogs you'll ever get to use in your tackle box. I've already caught 10, 11s, 12s, fish up 13 pounds on them. Just a unique frog. Need to get you some. They're an awesome bait. You notice I've got playing around with these frogs right now. I'm using a 40-pound braid to a 60-pound braid. If you notice, we've got a little screw-in nose that we're playing on these baits. We've also got the hook inside the bait and the back of the frog. Happens to be a nice 6.0, 5.0 Gamakatsu's. And you can use about any hook you want in the 5 to 6.0 range. And this one here is called the Charlie Frog, like I examined, as I told you a minute ago. And if you examine this little frog out just a little bit closer, he wears a little smile. Has nice eyes, nice leopard color. It's what you call an Everglades frog. You have a variety of colors. And to hook these frogs, you got different baits. You've got the Gale Green, which is this one here, which is a beautiful frog. Each bait works at different times of the year or all year round. You have to figure out which one that you expect to work for you in the areas of water that you have. We also make these frogs for a lot of the tournament anglers have called and requested that the fact if we could make a white rude frog by Tuscarora Pro Lures. If you notice, it's a white laminate frog with black stripes, and it really works great. The eyes are wonderful. We got another one, it's called the Fire Tiger, JP's Fire Tiger. We have another one which a lot of the anglers in the pro circuits and all the other guys on trail decided that they asked us if we could make a watermelon red green. So here it is. The watermelon red is right here for all the tournament men out there that wanted one. These frogs are unique, folks. They self-right themselves when you swim them. Like 90% of your baits, you'll be playing around, you bang into something, they roll, hit upside down, turn backwards. These frogs will bang into things, roll it out, turn it back over, slow it down, it rolls itself just right back on it, and it continues in the strike zone. 75% of the time, you never leave your strike zones. When you use these baits, you're 100% in the strike zone. It's something that we've discovered from Jack Huggins and Earl Coswell, that they invented this frog about 3-4 years back. They started working on it. And here's the finished product, folks. I advise you put these in your boat. This frog right here will put some money in your box. And as a tournament angler and a champion guide down here in South Florida, all the guides in South Florida are reputable guides. You have to, weed through a few and find some good ones. But down here in South Florida, we advise you folks come on down here and give us a try too. We have a lot of dedicated men that are natives from here and been fishing for 20 years, and they're all quality guides all around this state. But as one of the guides down here, I'd just tell you, come on down here and let's have some fun. Give me a buzz, South Florida Bass Guides. We'll be glad to help you out. Company, what I'd like to show you today that the company has made, sponsoring a lot of people right now getting up on these baits. This is a 10-inch trick worm. They're the leaders and the inventors of the 10-inch trick worm, including the 16-inch trick worm, which is out on the market today under www.Tuscarora Pro Lures. But anyway, this is a brown Tuscarora 10-inch trick worm. You can use any hook. You can use a 2.0, you can use a 3.0, 4, 5. I like to use a 5.0. I like to take the bait and hook the hook just like it is. Take the bait, pull it down. You notice there's no weight on this line. There's no weight. I'm using a 30-pound spider wire, or you can use mono. Now to put the hook back in, as you see, it's just there it is. Right here is your bait. This is a wonderful bait to use. The company happens to manufacture a whole bunch of varieties of colors. You can call in and request what color you might want to get made. The company will make them for you, and we'll get them as soon as we can get them to you. This is a brown one. We also come in a see-through, which is a chartreuse see-through green with gold glitter in it. They come in a pack like this, and it'll usually have a big purple label on the front. They'll advertise Tuscarora Pro Lures on it. And Earl's come out with as anglers. And in my time of fishing, and 38 years of doing tournaments and guiding, it's been a long time since you come across baits that make fishing fun. When you get things that are fun, it really does something to you. It turns you into a complete fisherman again. I mean, sometimes you get baits that just aren't fun. You use them, they don't work. You spend big money, they don't work. You throw them away, and you never use them. You give them away to somebody you don't like. But anyway, we're very honest about what we build here and how they make these baits. These baits are tough, durable. They're an excellent fishing bait. And if you want to catch big fish in your local pond, I don't care where you live, you got largemouth bass, what continent, what globe, all across the country. We have proof in the pudding. You can look on www.Tuscarora Pro Lures and you can see it on our websites and including on mine. We use these products quite regularly, and so do my clients. And trust me, you will not go wrong with these particular baits. We make them in 16-inch colors, different sizes, and as my sponsors have given me an opportunity to field test these lures before anybody else ever had a chance to get them in their hands. I think I won like 5 or 6 tournaments right out of the gate with them, and I was very shocked, very happy. And I'll tell you the truth, these little baits right here are called the Ripper. You have the big ones, which we've already demonstrated on the other side, are Tomahawks. Now, this is watermelon red. Everybody wants watermelon red. There's a Tomahawk. This is your bigger one. They imitate pulling them quick. Sounds like a daggum buzz bait on water. It's a swim fish. It's a swim bait. It's a drop shot bait. You can do anything with these baits. These are the bigger ones. That's watermelon red. You got one that's known as the chuck bug right here, if you see. And then I have another one that I ended up bringing along with me. This is another one. Okay, now if you notice on the top of these baits, if you'll look, they're concave. That way you don't have to bury your hook so hard in the top of the bait. You just lay them on top of the concave of the bait. The bait does its work for itself. All you do is throw it out and pull it in. We used to have a saying, any idiot can operate a spinnerbait. Well, here you go. Folks, these other baits that I'm showing you in these bags right here are the other ones. These are called the Rippers. These little baits have already won a lot of tournaments already. And you're going to start seeing about them. My Ma Wilcox from the FLW won the co-angler side, and he busted the record with it. We've got a bunch of other men on staff now that are using these products on tournaments. And get the name right, Tuscarora Pro Lures. There's another thing you got right here. This specifically bait's called the Tennessee Shad. This bait right here up north, Everglades, Okeechobee, all around the country, is hot because of the laminates into the gold body of the bait itself. The bait itself operates, like I said, anybody can operate them. You don't have to be a pro to use these lures. And believe it or not, it's not that hard to operate these lures. You can pretty much, you know, catch fish anywhere as you want to go with them. Children, granddads, grandmas, you'd be very surprised how much these little baits work and how they do work. We can run them on drop shots, 2 to 3 to a line. We pull them, string them, like I'm going to do right now, is I like to pull these baits with just a single hook in them and pull them across the water. This one right here, as I said before, is the Tennessee Shad. You also have all the colors in the chuck bug, as you notice. The chuck bug is the grayish looking silver with a purple and blue glitter in it. It's a wonderful bait to use. We also have this one right here. We got the feather whites, which I just held up in my hand a minute ago. And we've got another one that other people have been asking us plenty about. And we also make the watermelon reds and watermelon with purple glitter. Okay? Now